Hello students, welcome back to the third part of our story, The Silver Lining. Look at the next paragraph. But they had a strange visitor one day. It was late in the afternoon and I was talking to the landlord about some packed lunch that I needed the next day. I was planning a short excursion by myself to a group of caves nearby. The landlord was in a hurry, arranging things for a new guest who had booked a room for the season and was supposed to be moving in any moment, arriving by the mail train. And sure enough, soon a young man came in, a porter carrying his luggage. He was barely 25, clad in an ill fitting tweed suit with dropping shoulders and wide trouser bottoms. Clad means clothed or dressed. Ill fitting tweed suit means a rough woolen suit. Because of the journey, he looked untidy. His hair, his necktie, his shoes, all unkempt and needing attention. But he had a cheerful face and a jet black eyes sparkling with vitality. Mr. Bandari stepped forward and asked, Mr. David, I presume. Presume means I suppose. The young man looked closely at his face, smiled, and nodded. Room number 18, please. Everything is ready. The young man again looked at him, smiled, and nodded. He paid the porter, who bowed low, for he was not asked to return the change, and disappeared. The young man gave me a brief, friendly look and sat before a huge book which the landlord had pushed before him, making the necessary entries about himself and his intended stay. At this time, he discovered the sealed envelope containing the typed sheet lying on the table, addressed to him by name. He took the cover and tore it open. This coincided with the entry of the landlady into the room. She hurriedly asked her husband if this was the new guest and, having received confirmation, came forward and shook hands with the young man. Did you have a nice journey, Mr. David? She asked with her sweet smile. The young man smiled and nodded nonchalantly as if to say, well, neither very pleasant nor very unpleasant. Nonchalantly means very calmly or in a cool manner. Would you like to have a hot bath immediately or tea first? The young man pursed his lips and shrugged his shoulders, obviously implying that one would be as good as the other and that he had no preferences. Both the landlord and the landlady were by now slightly disconcerted by what they inferred to be their guest's pride and arrogance, since he had not even deigned to reply adequately to their polite inquiries. Disconcerted means confused. Deign means consent, and adequately means sufficiently. The young man, meanwhile, took out the typed sheet and started reading it. As soon as he had gone through it, he looked around astonished. The little girl, Pramodini, was at the moment playing in the courtyard. We could see her sitting near the flower beds. The young man looked at all of us with a smile and darted towards her. Darted out means move out suddenly. Now this is very strange, Mrs. Bandari cried out in protest. How rude he is. He shouldn't have ignored our request like this, the landlord put in, more mildly. Mildly means gently. I too was a bit upset, for it was obvious that our effort to save Pramodini embarrassment from strangers was going to fail in this instance. After a few moments, we all walked out to the veranda, and I was apprehensive of that impending look of anguish on the faces of the parents and the child. Apprehensive means anxious, and impending look means imminent look. So dear students, this section deals with the appearance of the new guest, Mr. David, and his strange and hostile behavior towards everyone. So here we can see that the hostess is doing all the arrangements to receive the new guest for the season. Again, this section describes the appearance of the guest and the polite enquiries by the hostess regarding his well-being. Then his replying through gestures. They are noticing, the landlord and the landlady, they are noticing that he is giving all the answers through body gestures only without uttering a single word. Now this time Pramodini was sitting in the garden near to the flowers. So in the meantime, the guest reads the envelope that contains the information about Pramodini and he rushes to the girl sitting in the garden. So the parents find him rather arrogant and rude as he does not reply to the landlord and landlady by ignoring their notices and the questions. So dear students, I have a question to you. Why do you think this guest Mr. David behaved in such an odd manner? Hope you all will find out the answer as your own. We can see in the next class. Thank you.